get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed it, blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas.
First carry for Nick Chubb. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Locke. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Drop deep. Hey, wahoo! He's coming. Check in. It's a party.
To throw is Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now it's Laletta, flush to his right. And he connects with Vance McDonald. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Laletta to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Laletta. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. Stills the intended target. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Darrell Worley up to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Strong right. Go.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Hey, box truck.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. I think defensively, you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. Out of the gun, Luck. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Luck throwing again. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. He's got his man. That's Landry. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. A run for Nick Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Luck. And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. First carry for James Conner. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll field this at the 5. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. T.J. Watt. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Luck. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's caught by OBJ. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down. Luck. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Luck. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Switch up, switch up. Go. Go ahead, go.
On first down, it's Luck. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Orbit. Be good.
Coming off play action, Lauletta. Buying time to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Leo! Under 10!
Out of the gun, Lauletta. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And, off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the pass. 11 feet.
From the gun, here's Locke. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Come on. Go. He's coming. Check it.
Now Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. T.J. Watt. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Lauletta. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Lawletta. Washington's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the draw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. On first down, Lawletta. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Lawletta. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Lawletta. He wants it all for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mark Barron. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Flushed out right. Completes it to Coleman. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. Out Cleveland is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Lawletta. Escaping the pressure right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's go now. 8, read. Hey! Mike 52. Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawletta. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complimentary football.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Pick me up. Here we go. Mike 28. Coming up.
To the air again, Locke. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. There he goes right side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Browns 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw his line. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, wahoo!
My 28.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
They snap it to Locke. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And it was the Packers able to come away with a victory. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Watch run. Shoot.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They will run again with Coleman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus. and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Pittsburgh, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.